Hello, Digidestin, and welcome back to the King's Courts. Now, it's been a couple days since the new surprise restriction list was dropped on us, and let's be real, the entire Digimon Tcg community has been like not imploding, but man, none of us saw this coming. So, let's go really quickly over the cards that got hit. Blossomon got hit. Grandis got hit. Well, let's be real. Let's go with the decks that got hit. Beelzemon got hit. Malga got hit, and Grandis and Blue Mordmon. Now, really, this video is going to be a discussion, basically, on it and what we could possibly be seeing in the next upcoming meta. Because the new restriction list is going to be start on the 1st, June 1st, which, as recording of this video, should be about 2 days away, I believe. Sometimes I like record a couple of videos ahead of time, so it depends. Basically, the ban list will be going in effect as of this week. So, before we get to that, let me know in the comments the question for this video. What do you think are going to be the top decks, and what decks do you plan on playing? I have these two cards right here in front of me, Black War Greymon and Shine Greymon, because these are the decks I'm going to be playing. Black War Greymon, as we know, this is the deck we focus on the most here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, which for the record, hello, thanks for stopping by. I do a series here on the channel called Agumon Expert, or the Agumon Experts. I know it sounds a little pretentious, but it's more like a play on words because of the card Agumon Expert, because it's a series that focuses mainly on Greymon themed tribal decks. And we discuss strategies. I come with deck profiles of them, and I want to start bringing a little more variety because these last few videos I've only focused on Black War Greymon. So I'm going to start bringing some more variety. So I'm going to start bringing Shine Greymon to the mix. I got a few other decks I plan on bringing too. Like, I think I want to try that new. Well, yeah, I'm going to try a couple other decks that I'm working on, but I'll keep those as a surprise for right now. So, if you want to know what those decks are, and if you want to see a Shine Greymon deck profile, let me know in the comments. And also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get this out of the way. Hit the notification bell, and also follow our Instagram so you don't miss out on future videos. We're almost at 90 subscribers, and we're close to 100, even more so. So don't forget. Also, me and Chandler Michael have our 100 subscriber special planned out. So if you want to know what that's gonna be, and you want to know what's and if you don't want to miss out on it, don't forget to also like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So let's see. Right now, the top decks definitely was Beelzemon. I think we can pretty much all agree Beelzemon was almost tier 0, basically. And, tier 0 as in the fact that almost like definitely came a couple of regionals we saw, like a couple of tournaments we saw, like if you follow like on Twitter, the English Twitter, a lot of decks have been Beelzemon that have been winning, as well as Crossheart and a couple of other decks. So Beelzemon was one of the top decks that definitely got hit. Blue Mordmon wasn't getting as much play here in the West, but from what I've heard, like overseas, it gets like a lot more play, and they're going to be getting new stuff too. So that's probably why they hit it. Plus, in general, Green has like some of the most crazy mechanics. So we've all heard of that meme that Blue Mordmon really only needs one memory to go off. So you can memory choke them as much as you want, but it really doesn't matter. I forgot what that mechanic's called, the solar thing, but basically the why Blue Mordmon and not Blue Mordmon, why Blossomon got hit, as well as Fernmon, remember right? Something like that. Why that got hit a long, long time ago. Same reason why Hidden Potential Discoveries at 1. So, basically, that deck was going to be getting a lot more new stuff. That new Mimi and a bunch of other stuff. So, let's be real. It's not that shocking. As someone who, if you've been keeping up with our Digimon content, you would know that recently me and Chandler Michael competed in our store at our locals store championship. I got second, and I actually lost to Blue Mordmon. So if you want to see those deck profiles, they should be. I'll remember to link them in the description below. So also, if you want to know about Machine Dramon tactics, Shelmer Michael's going to be doing his analysis on the meta in a couple of days. So I just wanted to get my viewpoints out first, and he's going to do his. So if you want to see that, again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. But basically, now that Beelzebub's get hit, I think Crossheart's going to probably be the top deck. That ×7 Shoutmon is just ridiculous, if I'm being honest with you. Let's see. Blue Lordmon was gonna get more play. I think Blue Lordmon could probably still work with. Here's the thing. I was going to do this discussion video earlier, like when the ban list the day of it came out, but I decided to wait because I wanted to wait to my locals to speak to my friends who actually play these decks. So I have a couple of friends who play Beelzemon, and like I said, the person I lost to at our store championship, he played Blue Mornmon. I wanted to get his opinion. So they told me that basically Beelzemon could still go. They've been looking into playing what cards they could possibly be playing in order to replace the three Impmon they lost. I've been hearing even some discussion they may even consider playing Cool Boy, and everyone's already taught. A lot of people have been making memes. Cool Boy still hasn't gotten hit. I'm gonna be honest. The reason I think Cool Boy didn't get hit is because Alphamon is going to be getting new stuff soon, and I don't think they want to hit that until they can sell some Alphamon support first. So I don't think that Cold Boy is going to get hit anytime soon. At least not until after that stuff comes out, and maybe we'll see what happens. I mean, now that we know that they're willing to do surprise restriction lists, there's really no way to time this stuff now. So I think not Cool Boy, Crossheart is definitely going to be up there. Hunters I think was already starting to really show their power, but now I think with this deck with all the cards that got hit, I think Hunters is definitely going to be up there as well as Blue Flare. And Blue Flare is going to be getting new stuff in the next EX4 set. So that deck is already going to be scary. So I think those are going to be the top decks personally. I'm not saying Beelzemon can't still play, but honestly, now they can't do those crazy god tier mills as easy as they used to. Then again, let's be real, it's a mill mechanic, so you never really can plan those things out. Grandis. I'm going to save that for later because, as a Black War Greymon player, I think we can all agree we have a lot of opinions on that one. But Malga is a little bit weird. I'm a little surprised still that they have Malga because it wasn't getting as much play as it used to. I think, honestly, when Black War Greymon when BT11 came out, I think that's when we stopped seeing Malga as consistent as we used to. Before that, we would constantly see Malga in the top, the top 8 constantly. I think it would usually take up at least 3 spots in the top 8, usually, in most places. So, as soon as BT11 came out, and we got the new Greymon X antibody, as well as Hades Force and all that, I think realistically that's when we stopped seeing them as consistent. And then when Beelzemon came out, even more so. And also, not just because it's showing Michael, but Machine Dramon, I feel like Machine Dramon you see at every locals, and lots of people, if you're not prepared for it, will have difficulties dealing with all those blockers. So I feel like that's another thing that started to put Malga in some kind of check. But I think the reason they hit Malga now, I mean, honestly, they should have done it sooner. That deck was running crazy for almost 2 years here in the West, I think. Something like that. I think they did it. Oh, no, it can't be 2 years. Cool Boy hasn't been out that long. It's definitely been a year. Almost a year and a half, I would say. Definitely, though, I think they did it because now that they have Beelzemon, Grandis, and Blue Mormon, they were probably afraid that Malga would start getting more play. And lots of other people have pointed out the fact that new structure deck is going to be coming out soon. So honestly, when you have those ridiculous cards already in play, no one's going to be inclined to want to get the new stuff. So that honestly makes sense. Which, for the record, I'm definitely going to be doing a structure deck opening of the new War Greymon deck the new structure deck when it comes out. So again, if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, so you don't miss out on that. Also, if you're subscribed, I'm sorry, I'm going off track. if you've been subscribed to the channel, you saw my deck profile in our Road to Victory is what we called it. The videos we were doing to get ready for our store championship. Um, I haven't gotten the prize cards yet, like the cards I won. But as soon as I do, I'll put them here. I'll open them up here in the channel. I might even do like a YouTube short on it because I've always wanted to try one of those. So we'll see though. But as soon as I get it, I'll definitely be uploading that. But basically though, so Crossheart, Blue Flare, and Hunters, I definitely think are going to be some of the top decks. But we're also ignoring another big one. Now that Beelzemon got hit, Bloom Lord is still going to get new stuff, so I think they'll be okay. Malga's getting, I don't know how useful those new Garurumon card lineup cards how useful they will be with the current Malga stuff. If any Malga players are watching this, let us know in the comments. What do you think? Another thing we need to really prepare for is this right here. Move Black Pokemon for a sec. Shine Greymon. This deck is going to become absurd with the next sets coming out. EX4 is going to be coming around mid-June, if I remember right. So that's when we're going to start getting new stuff for this deck. And then when the next core set comes out, EX13, this BT13, this deck is going to be absurd. Especially since that's also, if I remember right, where we get the new Rune mode, Shine Greymon. And that card is so absurd. If you've seen what that card does, I'll try to put a picture here if I remember to. If I can find an English translation, because sometimes I can't find the cards in English. But basically that card is absurd and ridiculous. It's used in every deck. It's that splashable. It basically took over Death Exmon's role, because beforehand, a couple of formats ago, Death X would constantly be slapped into every deck, and to a degree, it still gets a lot of play. Like in some decks, Commandramon plays it. I know what's it called? Bellstarmon play it, and Bellstar is starting to get some play again. What's it called? At least in my area. What else? I know. I think Dark Knightmon also play it because purple black, so it works for them. I'll have to look. I'll look into that. But basically, the new Rune mode takes what honestly just completely replaces it with how splashable that card is in so many decks. So even though we got a couple of months for that, that's something we still need to prepare for. So basically, there's that. And now that's the big stuff I wanted to mention, let's look at the other one that got hit. Grandis. I can put Black or Greymon here now, because now that I'm talking about that. Now, everyone if you're subscribed here to the channel, you would know that and you've been watching our videos. Black or Greymon is my personal favorite Digimon, period, of all time. Black or Greymon, X, Gaiomon, that's 100% my favorite Digimon, period. Favorite lineup, all that. Basically, everyone knows who's played the deck knows that Grandis Coagumon is our kryptonite. It's kind of like rock, paper, scissors. Basically, how rock beats paper and all that sort of thing. Basically, yeah, Grandis always has an advantage over Black or Greymon. Now, it's not as bad as it used to be, thanks to Black or Greymon X. But the problem is, Grandis can still suspend us, and unless we get to those high power, it really depends on the build you're using. The red build can easily get to that power, but if you're using the black base, which is the one I've been messing around with lately, that version is honestly a lot more difficult to handle Grandis. But I think, let's be real, a lot of us in general are just glad that I feel bad for the Grandis players, but Grant for a lot of us Black or Greymon and War Greymon themed decks in general, we're pretty happy that I think we can all agree we're pretty, excited about. I don't want to say excited. I don't want to be mean, but we're breathing like a little more easily now. Basically, is what I could say. Grandis, like I said, I've had issues with that deck before. Even if I set up Black Wargreymon X, it seems almost like too many times it's been easily way too. It's been have way. It can just easily just use those free power ups to get to that high. It's just I don't know. I personally feel like it was a long time coming. Grandis getting hit, just like Malga. So I think in the same regards with Malga, they wanted to hit it now because they were worried if it doesn't get hit now, then a lot of people aren't going to be inclined to try the newer subs be coming out, basically. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Just because I don't want to see that like that guy, but I think Grandis could still go. And if I remember right, they did. Green is always getting new support, and Green always has some of the crazy support too. So I think the deck could still go. Honestly. Uh, Now what other decks are there? Oh, another deck that is going to be getting a lot of play will be the new. I don't think we get it yet. I think we get it in EX13, the same set where Shine Greymon is going to be definitely the best deck in the entire game. Is the new what's it called? The Royal Knight deck. I don't know the exact mechanics and how it works, but all I know is that deck is very, very strong. So that's another one to be worried about. To be cautious about. So basically, I just wanted to talk about how the ban list, I think, or restriction list, it hit two decks that are beginning that could be problematic, aka Grandis and Malga. But let's be real, those decks weren't getting as much play as they used to. But they hit um, Bloomlord and Beelzemon, which Beelzemon was running crazy, and Bloomlord was going to be getting new stuff, and that deck in general could just go off way too easily, and it still can. So those, I feel like these hits are fine, but I don't think they're gonna like completely kill the decks whatsoever. I've been hearing some people say that these decks are dead now. In all honesty, I don't really think that. I just think now you have to start playing other stuff, so you just gotta work for it a little bit more. Kind of like how when we lost, if fellow War Greymon players, when we lost Greymon X BT11, we decided to start playing the other one and start being a little more creative. So that's the way I see it personally. So that's my thoughts on it. I think the restriction list is good, and I don't think it's going to be killing decks, but I do think it's going to be slowing them down to the point that other decks, or especially ones that are going to be getting new support soon, like Blue Flare and all that, is going to be are going to start be seen more soon. So that's my thoughts on this. I like a real quick recap. I think the top decks soon are going to be Crossheart, Blue Flare, and Hunters. I think those are the decks we're going to be seeing the most soon. And then when EX4 comes out, and then eventually BT12, I think that, BT13, so sorry, that's when we're going to start seeing Shine Greymon really get its huge Zenkai boost, and it's just going to be destroying everything. So that's something to be wary of. So if you want to see also like my thoughts on the Shine Greymon deck, like I want to, like I said, on the Augment Expert, I want to start doing both decks and some other Greymon themed decks I'm working on. If you want to see those, let me know in the comments. And thanks for just stopping by. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say. And if you got any comments you want to leave, and what do you think are going to be the top decks, and what do you think of this restriction list? Let me know in the comments. I love to read them. We try to respond to every single one we get, and honestly, thanks for stopping by.